We'll first look at this very important topic, debts. So, in general, debt, you're allowed to take money from people. In fact, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also used to take money even from non-Muslims. But when you take money, you should strive hard to make sure that it's paid off somehow. You should make arrangements. There are a few things in Islam, it's taken very, very seriously, and debt is one of them. And we will see why. There are so many ahadith that talk about it. So regardless you owe to a Muslim or you owe to a non-Muslim, a debt is a debt, and it's something which is very serious. And there are some rulings that we need to know. First thing, if you have taken debt, try to pay off as quickly as possible. Don't delay. Can't be like, maybe next year I'll save some more, and this year I'll do something else. No, if you should try your best to just pay off as early as possible. And also another thing, when a person dies, we generally see that, especially if it's a case of a millionaire or something, the relatives, the inheritors, they come quickly and they are very much interested in the money. So they forget about everything and they say, okay, let's divide and let's get the money. So before dividing that money, first thing that we should check is that whether this person left any debt or not. If they did, subtract it from that money and then distribute it and then come to inheritance part. Then, what happens if this person he took a lot of money but he died and he has some debt and he doesn't have enough property to pay back to the people who took loan from. What should be done in that case? If there is an Islamic state, like a real Islamic state, the actual way is that the Islamic state takes care of all the debts. Baytul Mal, they give it from Baytul Mal. And even in fact, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to say that if somebody died and who was very much willing to pay off his debt, but he ended up short of his funds, I'll take care of that debt. Because they knew that this person was trying hard, but he just somehow couldn't make it in time. So Prophet ﷺ said that I will take care of him. But if it's not an Islamic state, what do we do? In that case, it's the close relatives should come together, should chip in something and help that person out. And why it's very serious matter, we'll see it some hadith. And even if it's not your relative, you should somehow try to help him out. It's a general sadaqah. Generally speaking, a person who is not your relative, not your descendant, he cannot benefit you from after the death. We'll go over it inshallah sometime later on what things benefit after the death. But this is one exception that after a person is dead, if you pay off his debt, you will benefit him. And in this hadith, it mentions, it's in Sahih hadith from Tabarani, it says, there are two types of debts. As for a person who dies while intending to pay it off, I am his sponsor. Prophet Muhammad. But as for a person who dies while not intending to pay it off, this is the one whose good deeds will be taken away on the day of judgment when there is no dinar or dirham to give. So this person who has a lot of debt, he will be prevented from entering Jannah. It can prevent a person from entering Jannah. Why? Because the currency there is good deeds and bad deeds. If you don't have money, you owe somebody, you give it off from your balance, the good deeds. You end up maybe not entering Jannah because of these huge debts. Even if you are a shaheed, you got to take care of your debts. It's something very serious. And on the day of judgment, his good deeds will be taken away until his debt is paid off. And also, we have many hadith that talk about that this person will be punished in grave until it's paid off. And a story actually, what happened was one time, a Sahabi, he passed away, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the news reached him. He knew that this person had dead. So they told, the Sahaba told him, please lead the janazah prayer. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he stopped. He said, I don't want to lead the prayer. Somebody should lead the janazah prayer for him. Why? Because he has debts. I don't want to lead because, he is going to be punished if that debt is not paid off in the grave. So one Sahabi, he said, oh Rasulullah, I will take care of his debt. Please pray janazah prayer. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that, okay, in that case, I'll pray for him. And next day, that person met Prophet Muhammad ﷺ again. So the Prophet asked him, did you pay off his debt? He said, he just died yesterday. I'll pay it off. So he didn't pay that day. So the second day he came again, and he met Prophet again, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ again asked, did you pay it off? He said, Ya Rasulullah, yes, I paid it off today. So Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, look at this, listen to this. He said, only now has his skin cooled down from punishment. All that time you were delaying it, it was being punished, and now it cooled down. That's a hadith from Ahmad. So you see now, sometimes we delay things. This debt is a very serious matter. Even if you are like a good person, righteous, this is something to be taken very seriously. There's another hadith in Abu Dawud. It says that your dead relative, is restrained by his debt from entering Jannah. So if you wish, ransom him by paying off his debt. Otherwise, surrender him to Allah's punishment. So you're basically, if you're not paying, you're basically saying, you're giving it for Allah's punishment. You're surrendering him. You are not doing anything. You're just standing there and doing nothing. So that's why it is so serious. So we should, as a community, get together and maybe help out people who have debts, especially if they died. We should make an announcement that if anybody has debt for this person, please come up and we can talk. Just don't let it go away, because this person who was maybe good, because of just one thing, he is getting punished, probably, and nobody knows about it. Maybe it was very secret debt or something. Bring it out, bring it to the public and settle it down. Everybody should chip in something, and this is a very serious issue. So imagine the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ not praying janazah over a person just because of the debt. So it's a very serious thing.